Hey, Manny Pollard here, sales representative for Church Community Builder. In this video, we're going to be covering forms. But before I share a little bit about forms, just so you know something about me, I am a father of 4 kids, 2 boys, a girl, and a boy. And man, they are awesome, but they range from age 7 to 2, and they definitely keep me on my toes. I mean, I love them. I think I'm supposed to say like they're my pride and joy, which they are, but they're amazing, and, I'm so blessed by them. But they also are crazy, right? So, hey, in Forms, a lot of people ask me what's one of our most powerful tools, and I think Forms is definitely one of them. And here's why. Church leaders and churches need to collect information all the time. And a lot of times they're either following a paper trail or they are using outside sources such as Wufoo or FormStack or things like that help them collect information for signups. But the problem is that they are creating data silos inherently because you get that information in there and you have to pull it to another place. Ours is all streamlined, put together. So when someone registers, you can tie that back to their profile or create a new profile based on that registration. You'll notice here in this volunteer sign up form, they're collecting some information where that person wants to serve. And then they can submit this information on the back end. The leadership's going to be able to take care of that information. The benefit also about our forms is there is no required sign in. So if I've been going to the church for a decade, or if I've been going to the church for not even a day, I can fill out a form and the leadership on the back end can tie the two together. And so as I go in here, this is where I actually manage the form from a user perspective on staff or leadership. And so I can go and edit this form and kind of build out the content. Think about things like registrations or signups or surveys. You put in the title, you put in the description, you say when you want this form to start, when you want it to end, you create a confirmation page, add any attachments, give payment and discount codes. So for early bird specials, you can put in those that allow your team or those people going on that specific thing, they can get a discount if there's some incentive there. Admin notifications letting you know that someone submitted it, and automations that tie back to certain things. If someone signed up for a group through a form, it could automate them to that group, which would be really helpful. And definitely check out the groups management tool. That's going to be really beneficial. And processes. So if someone fills out a first-time guest form or a volunteer form, you can fall into a process if you fill that out, and someone can follow up with them properly in a helpful way. Definitely check out that process queue video as well. So this is where I would kind of set up some settings, and this is where I can actually create the content of what I want to collect as far as contact info, say what I want to collect as far as contact information that's important for me in this instance. Sometimes it's a lot. Sometimes you just need a name. It just depends. I can also collect information based on a question as far as certain drop downs or, radio buttons or, check boxes. I can also collect information based on priority or paragraph text. Anything that you think you could collect manually through people writing on it, you can also collect electronically. And going as far as collecting payment for an event. So if someone registers, instead of collecting payment later on, you can collect it right there on the spot. It's going to be processed through merchant providers that we work with, which can really help that. And you can also collect donations. At my church, we do a lot of missions trips, and so people leverage this form all the time. That allows us to collect those funds, which is just a huge fortunate thing for us. And a few other things, when people are filling out forms, we also have a great way to kind of break it down in a more user-friendly way. So section breaks and page breaks that allow for that to be a little more user-friendly from that user side, right? As we move on here, the last piece is this is where you manage the information that is coming. You can see what are people saying as far as areas of interest, responses that have come in, automations that they tie to, form managers. And then this is the last thing is you're able to share this through a URL link. So if you're sending out a newsletter through the church, they can just click on that URL and then pop up. They can fill that out, or it can be embedded in your website if it's something they consistently go to. And so all in all, this is a great way to help kind of expedite and streamline the process for anything, again, for registrations, volunteers, sign up, or signups for other things that allow you to kind of be equipped and to maximize your ministry. So I hope this video was beneficial for you. And again, definitely check out our other videos that kind of coincide with it. But appreciate your time today, and you take care.